Hey y'all, thank you for joining me. I won't take too long to start and I won't stay on for too long tonight. This is right. Hey Mrs. Patterson. Hey y'all. Glad to see you, player. Hey y'all. Thank you for joining me. Um, so I don't plan to be on here for too long. I don't even need a huge audience. Those who are supposed to hear this are going to hear it. Um, Yesterday for Ashe's Saturday, I posted I made a post. I reposted a post from, I don't know where it came from. And I posted it a long time ago. But I wanted to talk about it a little bit, a couple of the last posts. It says, our ancestors are not dead and gone. They are buried in every gene, every cell, and in our very own DNA, right? And if this is so, if we are our ancestors, and if they are buried within us, why the fuck are we putting food on an altar? Anybody? Because of it's a spiritual practice? Is it a tradition because somebody told you to do it? We have to start thinking for ourselves when we start engaging in spiritual practices. Does it make fucking sense? And even if it doesn't make sense, because not everything is going to make sense, but do you tap in to get this information for yourself about whether you should keep doing it or do it at all, and where it comes from and why you're doing it? Let me tell you about my first Mardi Gras a few years ago. I'm at Mardi Gras. I'm tuned in. I got prayed up because I typically don't like crowds. I'm not a mall shopper. I don't like to go into crowded places and stuff like that. And it's too much energy passing around. Oh, it just gives me the heebie-jeebies, right? So I had to get ready, like spiritually prepared to go to Mardi Gras. And I was in costume. And I realized after, like, I'm standing there and it's fun, right? It's fun. Everything entertaining is fun. It's everything. All distractions are fun, right? And then I realized, wait a motherfucking minute. This is super symbolic to peasantry. I ain't finna be out here. I ain't no motherfucking peasant. And I'm not knocking nobody for going and doing it. But I realized and then I had to re-examine. I had to take that to the motherfucking altar. Like, I had to take that into meditation and realize what it is that I was actually engaging in, right? I was like, yo, that's symbolic for this and that, the other, and the people waiting for the courts or the floats, which represent like courts basically, coming down or throwing down the loot, which would be the beads and snacks or treats and whatever they throw from the floats, right? Whatever they hand down to the people are symbolic of the scraps that the royalty would hand out, or the handouts. they were given the people in the kingdom to keep working and to keep doing what they do to keep royalty in power. And I realized that, and I was like, no ma'am. Next time she goes to a parade, she's going to be in the parade. And I'll be facetious, but I'm kind of serious at the same time, right? And I just want to, I say that to say, and I'm not knocking because I love Mardi Gras. And although it's canceled here in New Orleans this season, they're doing things a lot differently. They'll be doing houses. They're decorating their houses like floats, and that's going to be pretty awesome. But maybe there's a reason for this too, because I believe what I am envisioning and what's been brought to me is that the people who are more powerful than the people who run it, right? The people are in charge. And then so there's an overthrow of government. And I think this is the event not happening is symbolic in that manner, that the people are taking over. So it's changing. You're no longer going to have those that royalty sort of thing where you'll have like, we gonna bring you down a notch, because the people is gonna come and do their thing and take over. The people who are slowly but surely waking up and realizing who they are, etc., which is extremely important during this time. Spiritual warriors, spiritual royalty, and just spiritually powerful people. And then you still have those ones that are demons or demonic, of a lower, human self, will still believe in their humanness, and that they are not of God, or they believe that they are just, God is outside of them, those people, who will still continue to be worshipers, basically. And they'll have a place too, though, right? So I want to use that versus using the food on the altar, because I said that already. It's on the post, and I want to just tell you that you don't have to accept that which is underneath you. And so my thing was this. Okay, people don't want to accept the God in them out of fear. That's fear provoked, right? People don't want to accept the God in them, or that they are gods and goddesses, because they fear a sort of reprieve from some sort of sky daddy, perhaps. Some sort of reprimand for not obeying some sort of, or obeying religion, pretty much. That they are, it is blasphemous to do so, right? Remember in the Bible, whatever, the story of Jesus is, he was told he was pretty much crucified for blasphemy, right? A lot of stories there were these victors, these heroes who were assassinated or whatever for blasphemy, right? And so we've been taught that this thing to be worshiped and to be praised is outside of us. And so it's a very, very heavy curse. And so people are very easily backed into a corner of fear by other so-called spiritualists and things of that nature. And I'm here to bust the bubble all the time. And ain't nobody gonna stop me, because I'll just block your ass and I'll keep it moving. Okay. But people don't want to. Do you guys remember that post I put up about with Snoop Dogg, where he said, first of all, I want to thank myself? I was like, you motherfucking right. You know what I'm saying? Fucking right. Yourself. Because that's who did it, right? But the first thing people do, because they don't want to accept accountability, and they rather give their power away than to receive praise and honor for whatever it is good that they do, because we've been emotionally scarred generationally, right? Or just conditioned to live in that manner. Where am I going? I'm all over the place a little bit. Let me break it down and bring it back in for a little bit. So what I'm saying is, people are scared. People fear. And you may not be like, oh no, I'm not scared. I am who I am, yada, 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 whatever. But you go with the majority of what other people say and do because you don't want to be different. That's fear. When you stay in something, you're not sure about it, but you claim it because it's what you've always done, or what's always been done, or your family is this is the statement that's gonna generally cover us. This is it, that's it, nah. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, okay, well, I'm gonna stay here because my family here. You don't leave because you're scared. You're scared to be different. You're scared to stand out and step outside of the box. That's fear. That's fear-based. Let's call it what it is, right? And so a lot of times, too, we believe in this God outside of ourselves, or that the devil is real, and we give these things power outside of ourselves to, control us because we're bound by the fear message, right? So, but if people, first of all, I don't fear no man but God. But God ain't a man. And God is not only that, but God is not a God of fear. So why do you fear God? That doesn't even make sense. But talk to yourself about it. Talk to your higher self about it. Don't listen to me. Please, go within. I always encourage you to go within. I'm not talking about going to study nobody. Look, listen. Studying nobody else's information ain't going to make you wise. That doesn't make you wise. It makes you knowledgeable. But it does not make you wise unless you have an experience for yourself, unless you tap in and do the mystere study for yourself. If you go into the mysteries of your mind, the universe within, then you don't know that shit for yourself. So then you can gain up all the knowledge you want to. And with knowledge, you'll still make mistakes. So it's better that you have experiences, or that and if you can't, well, I can't go to, on an airplane and do such that, the other, whatever. You go, you travel in your mind. Some people don't even know they can do that. Whew, odd. It's weird. It's weird. So outside of, talking about God within and outside the self, right? So when you talk about, it's, that's the devil, that's a demon inside you. No, that's you operating in, somebody say it to be, demonic, or operating the, devil operation, devil demonic, or, that's a demon inside of them, whatever. What they're really saying is that is of subhuman behavior. That is of, I take that back. That is lower than human, okay? You're subscribing to a very negative, downing energy. The energy where your chakras, and remember I told you there's levels within the chakras, right? So you're operating on the lower levels. You want to raise your vibration so that you heal those levels within your chakras. There's still levels within it. It's not like a whole, it's not like fill her up, it's done. It's levels to healing those parts of yourself, okay? And so just like that's the demon of human, or it means of human. Demon is of human, or lower than the human, subhuman, right? And then so the God self, the higher self, that's the goddess within you, okay? And that's still when your vibrations are higher, and that's when you are operating on a more how do I say, when you're operating from a level of greatness. We're operating on a level that's joyful, that's peaceful within you. Not just necessarily, it don't matter about nobody else, right? Okay, and then I was thinking about a conversation I had. Some people like being demonic. Some people enjoy it. Some people relish in it. You can't help them people. You just gotta worry about you and stay away from them. Period. Now, a lot of times people will take information that they don't know, or don't understand, or don't understand quite yet, to be wrong, or to be of the devil, or whatever, right? And it's just because they haven't been exposed to the information. So when that information breaks an illusion or a belief that they had, it's contrary to what they've been taught and what they've read. You know, they never went anybody for themselves or no, right? They'll say those things, you know, about you, like, hi sis. People in their path to be low, too. Absolutely, I do believe that. Like, I think that, I mean, it wouldn't be a challenge. Life wouldn't be a challenge if everybody was happy and shit, bouncing around like, you know, little happy pills and everything. So I guess, you know, God's like, let's just throw a wrench in this bitch, like tear up with that one, you know what I'm saying? And so we have to kind of, and we have to find the balance. We got to be able to dodge it and stay on our, you know, toes, because it's not a cakewalk at all, right? So some people will are here for that purpose, to confuse you, because subhumans, or people who don't want you to know your God because they don't want you to rise up and realize who you are, your power, will try to give you misinformation on purpose. They know what they're doing. They'll, you know what I'm saying, say shit just to entertain you because it sounds good to your ass. You know what I'm saying? We like to be entertained like a mug. So people like to be entertained, and that shit just eating it up, you know, and ain't none of it fucking real or true. That's a word by itself, ain't it? I didn't come on here to preach like that, though. But yeah, so the human self, the God self, right? God is not outside of you. God is not outside of you. Goddess is not outside of you. God is within you. So the question I was honestly asking in the stories that I wrote, thank you. Our ancestors are not dead, and they're buried. So if our ancestors are within us, why are we putting a plate of food on an altar? So did we not have any? I know everybody's like, damn, where I get that taste? Something just came to mind. Something just comes to your mind for you to eat. You get a sudden craving or appetite, or you get a whiff of food that ain't nobody making that shit. Like, I smell sweet potato pie, like, and your house ain't a potato in there, you know. And so that's them, though. That be them in your spirit. And so there's other ways of being clairvoyant, just by seeing or hearing, or, you know, you can smell. You'll have feelings, different sorts of feelings that are unexplainable. And yeah, that's how you know, like, they want that shit. Like, one time I had something told me I was making some greens, and something told me to make some greens, and I don't hardly like cook no greens like that. I get them shits in the can if I just like, let me just get to it. But now I know my grandmother, she likes hers because she used to have a garden of greens. So she wants you to do that shit by hand. Like, go pick them and wash them. That shit take a long time, yo. And then something told me, like, put some okra. I'm like, who does that? Okra in the greens? I ain't never heard no shit. That's some country ass Texas shit for real. And so later on, like a week later, I called my mom. Mom, can you tell me some more about, Grandma Jessie? Like, but she was like, I was like, I know she liked her greens. I was like, I know she liked the greens. Greens and pecans. That was her shit. And she was like, and she liked okra in her greens. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Because I was like still studying and getting the information and stuff like that. So I was pretty stoked. I was like, okay, cool. And she wanted her little box, what's it called? Box cookies, cold box cookies or whatever she called them. Icebox cookies that she has in a recipe book that my aunt made for her, right? So I had a taste for those things. It was just kind of like a taste of smell, or it was just something that came to my mind. Like, I mean, and I didn't taste the okra, right? Because I didn't really have okra like that. I don't eat okra like that. So it wasn't a taste that came to mind. It was just something that said, put okra in it. Like, and I don't know why I had even had a bag of okra in my freezer, right? And I was like, okra? Oh, okay. All right, I'm just going to do it because someone's telling me urging me to put the okra in the greens. That was some weird shit, Grandma, but okay. and then come to find out that information. So they'll come to you in different ways. Pay attention to my first mind told me to do that. That was them. Aha. You have the aha moment, and hindsight is always 20/20, right? So, just pay attention to those things in the forefront of your mind. Be mindful. That's where mindfulness comes in, about things that are coming to you, like on your brain, those first thoughts. Make sure you pay attention to those. And so, yes. So I wanted to do that post. That was the first thing. And I've been on this one long enough. And then I wanted to talk about the post that God, that got a lot of likes really quick. Surprise. I mean, man, yo, listen, when I do post, I think like, where's the magnet at? I be like taking shit and like, throw that shit on the wall, see if it stick. That's how I be doing these posts. Cause this social media shit is, woo, it's something else. But I've learned to embrace it. But it's so funny because I'm just like, I'm gonna put this shit up there because that's what they telling me to do, and I can't hold back. And then it's just gonna be like, some people gonna be like, whoo, I know I'll clutch my pearls at some of the shit I post. But it's all good. So be very careful who you disrespect or disregard in the or dishonor in the natural realm. You have no insight of their rank in the spirit realm. And of course, I was watching American Gods, and if y'all haven't started watching that American Gods series, please start with season 1, season 2. And once you've finished at least a season, let me know, because I'd love to engage in some conversations about what you thought about it, from a spiritual perspective or just from a general perspective, right? Not like, adding, Ephi or changing any of the characters to, I mean, of course we need to make them relative. That's important too to other people. So, because, still African spirituality too is just still a new phenomenon amongst, a growing population of African American people. So they kind of just learn these first. And my issue with that is that people just stay there without learning and digging and going down the rabbit hole. They just kind of plateau there, and it's like, oh, I'm spiritual. But they don't level up at all. And so I am wanting and desiring to encourage you to level up. And I'm going to be introducing and offering the Getting to Goddess program, the Grand Rising Goddess, or Goddess Grand Rising. It's not a course. It's more like a camp, like a workshop type shit. It'll be some power talk. So we're going to get into some serious spiritual shit, you know what I'm saying? And start digging and making people do the work. And I'm going to be there to help you do the work type stuff. So that's what that's about. So I'm going to keep posting that pretty often until I'm ready to start it. And it's going to be coming to you in February. So sit tight for that. Also in February, before I move on and talk about this, this post, February, a couple of things happening. Of course, there's Valentine's Day, and although it is a very pagan holiday, just like all the others, the celebration is about love, and that is Ursula Fueda shit, baby, so she is not going to just ignore it. So I'm going to be doing some waist beads for the lovers, the sexiness. If you need you a bridal to get that on or whatever, I'm going to be making those. You don't want them to hold them too tight. But yeah, get you some waist beads for the sexiness. And I'm going to creating a couple of boxes for you. So I hope that you like those. And when I get my ass to beading to show you the artwork I come up with, I hope that you'll purchase from me. And I'll send out directions and everything, because I've had a couple of people not wear waist beads before, and I'm not realizing, like, oh, this is still very new for people. They gotta know how to put on them motherfucking waist beads in order to wear them and be cute. So if you haven't yet, go over to my YouTube. There's a couple of videos that I did early in the development of the channel to show you how to put on your own waist beads. And then there's other beaders out there who make waist beads and did some pretty great videos too. So with that, all that said and everything, welcome to those who are just joining me and catching up. I'm gonna try to say this, that's why I'm gonna try to keep it short. So I wanted to talk about the being very careful who you disrespect in spirit realm. So Be careful who you disrespect in this natural realm, in this realm here, especially on social media. People's like egos be flying so high, they think they can say anything to anybody. And, you know, it's my freedom of speech. I can say what the fuck I want to say. And, bitch, not on my motherfucking page. You can't. You better get back with that bullshit. Don't come over here with that. Like, yo, listen. I ain't gonna subscribe to that energy, but I'm sure the fuck gonna buck up because I'm a spiritual warrior. You can't come on my shit just talking crazy. I'm gonna be like, love and light and peace, sister. Go ahead and get about your bit. Get the fuck on is what I'm gonna say. I don't play them kind of games. I don't fuck with people like that. Y'all better quit playing with me. Like, for real. Anywho. Anywho, love bugs. You know, people will, and I know, and I sometimes even have a habit. I'm so excited to message somebody that I won't do a greeting. I'll forget, and then I gotta backtrack. Like, how you doing? This, that, the other, and then make my statement or whatever to see if they'll bite back. But otherwise, I don't like to text. I hate texting. Like, people text me, I'm gonna call you. Unless it's short and sweet. Like, people be wanting to have fucking conversations via text. I don't like that shit. Like, it's maybe a couple of exceptions. Like, my sister is long-winded. She'll try to keep me on the phone for hours. So sometimes I'll be like, I'll just text her ass when I can. Get back with her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because otherwise, we'd be on the phone for like 3 or 4 hours and I'll waste my whole day. And I'm not the very most multitask oriented person, so I can't be talking like I can't talk on the phone when I'm shopping in a store. I just, first of all, think that shit is rude, and I know nobody else want to hear my conversations because I don't sure the fuck don't want to hear y'all conversations when you in the store. Message. And then so, you know, I'm not gonna talk all, you know, loud, have people all in my business, and I can't focus on what the fuck I went there for. I got to like have a list up of that's some old lady shit. But it's like, listen, I just can't do it. I ain't gonna be able to do it. So I don't like texting. I'd rather have a verbal conversation with you. If we're gonna have a conversation, let's talk. Speaking of let's talk, I have a let's talk session. If you have questions and you just want to like have a moment with me to yourself, you got some shit you want to ask me and like follow up on whatever. I'm not pulling no cards, so don't ask me for none of that. I give you my, best advice I can on what the situation is. If you want to have a Let's Talk session, you're more than welcome to book that time with me. It's only $25, and that is on my service menu. If you use the link in my bio, you can sign up for that. Again, it's not a card reading. It's just you pretty much going to do the talking. I'm going to do the listening because everybody needs somebody to listen to. And a lot of people only listen to respond and without, actually internalize what you're saying, and then they misunderstand, and you be like, that was pointless, like talking to a wall. And you don't feel good. I'm here to make you feel good, love. So you can book a Let's Talk session if you don't want to read. And if there's a lot of confusion coming about, I won't fuck with you. It's not worth it. My peace is so much more valuable to me than a Cash App. I promise to God. It's much more valuable than a Venmo. I swear. So, yeah. Cause I'm pretty amicable. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm reserved, but I'm amicable. Like cause I'm feeling the vibe. I'm reading some shit first. You know what I'm saying? Before I just be like, oh, that's just the way I am. Anywho, so. A lot of people too will, because they feel like they really badass keyboard gangsters, you know what I'm saying? Thumb, you know what I'm saying? I text this motherfucker, make them think they hurting some feelings and shit with some thumb, indentations on some shit. They think they can say, blah, blah, they think they can say anything to anybody in these messages and stuff like that, and or even whatever, verbally or whatever, however, you know what I'm saying? And you got to be very careful of who you play with like that. Because you don't know who got what kind of power. And even if you think you powerful, even if you do got power, you know what I'm saying? You can still get punched in the motherfucking mouth. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they do that shit because they ain't never been beat the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? So, they ain't never got beat the fuck up. And so, as on my part, I have to, like, and because I'm empathic, You know, and all those people who claim to be empathic should really adhere to this. You got to have a little extra patience with these kinds of people, because, like, again, it is a very new phenomenon and stuff like that, and people just need that that little extra patience with them to guide them through. Like, I had somebody book an appointment, and I don't know what the world happened with my messaging. Didn't come through, so I didn't get her Cash App. So I just saw the email, but the Cash App email to follow didn't come through. That was weird. So I canceled the appointment, because you can't book a same day, and not add your extra fee or not pay me at all. Like, you ain't gonna wait till the appointment time. If you're booking me the same day, that means I got to reschedule some shit around. You don't know what the fuck I'm doing in the daytime. It's just how I get down. I'm not at home waiting for my fucking Cash at me. You know what I'm saying? I got to go get on the grind, right? So it was a little bit of misconfusion, and then yeah, I had to refund this person, and was glad to. Because it was you just brought too much extra confusion to the thing, and I don't like confusion. So that just means I'm not even gonna deal with that, because it could build up to other problems. Having patience, understanding. Listen, I know you probably feel some kind of way. You don't know what's happening over here on my side of the screen. I get it. Let me go ahead and just, hit you back with that. Peace, love. Like, I ain't trying to be in. You don't know what people up to. You never know what people up to, because ain't the devil busy all the time? Fucking devil is busy. That's some bullshit. But it's funny as fuck. It's the truth. It's, you know what I'm saying. So, but with the spiritual thing, being careful who you talk to, who you say, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why it's so important too to stay learning and stay leveling up. People like in that with that whole vegan shit. I had the vegans coming after me, and Peter motherfuckers, they was mad about that post. Don't eat animals. Is that of God? All kinds of weird ass shit. Bitch, get out of my inbox. What's wrong with you? But they were dead ass serious. It was kind of crazy, and it was like, well, y'all missed that whole point completely. But they were so on the defense. Mind you, not listening, operating on that lower self, thinking, oh, I'm just so spiritual. I'm so spiritual because I don't eat animals. And it's like they want to play the petty game. Like, they want to say some shit. I make a comment to respond respectfully, and I'm trying to educate at the same time. And a bitch want to message back to be like, just to be like, so she could say she had the last word, so she could feel good about it, or she could just, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, yeah, not here, boo. I'm gonna show you how stupid you look. First of all, then I'm gonna just block your ass so you get all that text for nothing. Boop, delete it. Delete is my favorite flex. Oh yeah, girl. You know they did. I didn't give a fuck. I was ready for their stupid ass. But the ones who did not reply probably very much understood, or they are on a very decent spiritual journey where they're like, that's not for me. I'm going to keep it moving because they're really spiritual. Lovely. Lovely. Absolutely, Black Beauty. Absolute. Girl, that's my motto. Wonderful. So, and then in that way, you can tell who's really operating from their higher self and who's just on some fake ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, if they really feel my energy, when you really feel somebody's energy, you're going to come at them with respect. Like, damn. Like, it's kind of like, it's an honor. It's an honor for me to meet some people and talk to some people when I get on the phone with them. It's an honor for me to talk to everybody, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody's deserving of that, right? You know what I'm saying? The fuck? You know what I'm saying? When I meet guys and goddesses, they just don't know who they are. Doesn't mean they any less deserving of some sort of honor and respect. Hold on, cuz Spirit trying to come through and have me do some extra shit. Let me get some water real quick. So, like I was saying, so, yeah, be careful how you talk to people. You never know who you're talking to. You never know how they connected. You never know what they know, especially weird people. And especially black sheep. People you think gonna make a bomb. Then they're conjuring up some shit. And that bomb they doing is something deeper. You got to be ready. Got to be mindful of that shit. That is funny. And I'm being funny, but I'm serious at the same time. Woo, and we can't let things get so freaking serious, you know, where we can't have fun and think we can't enjoy life because we're spiritual. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck! Are you kidding me? This whole motherfucker is a joke. This whole illusion is crazy as hell. This whole illusion, girl, shoot, baby, listen. What don't make you laugh make you cry. Shoot, I'm dead ass serious. You know, so people would like, oh, that's not holy. that's not because what they're doing is they're equating shit with what they used to, you know, the morals of their religion. You know, they're considering or comparing it. So they said they still ain't, you know what I'm saying, left that Christian shit. Judgmental motherfuckers. Leave me be. Mm-hmm. So they're still stuck because they've plateaued in an area like, oh, I know this, I'm gonna learn it, and that's all I'm, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna be an expert at this shit, so I can say I'm a priestess, I'm gonna be the, you know, the bestest single knowingness motherfucker. Instead of, you know what I'm saying, trying to get information from this, that, the other, you know. You got to get information from everywhere. Have experiences with it all. Don't be afraid to have experiences because they open you up. And you never know where you go. Like, you just learned, you realize that what you thought was super fucking deep at one time is actually shallow as fuck. It was just very surface or very basic for where you're going. That was just your grounding for it. And you'd be like, holy shit. You know what I'm saying? It be like that. So you have to stay open. Stay open so that you can get all of it, honey. You build your spiritual empire, okay? Don't just stay in one thing, one form of knowledge, one practice. You know, what works for you? What gets you there? What gets you off? You know? So, just like I was talking about them vegans, talk about you weed smokers too, and I know I'm finna lose a lot of motherfuckers on this one. Y'all finna be mad as a motherfucker right now. Promise. Y'all think that weed shit makes you spiritual. Listen, I got all week. I'm finna go in. Get ready. Like, TD Jake say, get ready. I did not come up for that. Y'all, this is just water. I swear for goodness. Woo! I promise it's just water. That is funny. I'm high off spirit. Let me stop. Okay, so I want to tell y'all all that little information and stuff. And I don't know if y'all know, but my horse is finna be homeless. Because they're closing down the barn, and I'm real sad about that. Hopefully somebody will buy her tomorrow. Because it ain't nowhere else for her to go. Unless y'all got a backyard. Anybody live around here got a backyard they can put a horse in? Ah, gotta have fun. Gotta have fun. So, yes, indeed. Oh, I love y'all. Let me do something for y'all. Hold up a minute. Oh, that's my bead. Lord. Getting ready for Mardi Gras and things. Ah. And I got them all over my chair. But they weren't supposed to be like that. I don't know where he came from. Here, bro. I'm going to be taking people on tours to the neighborhoods where they're doing this, they're doing Mardi Gras different. They're decorating houses like floats. Ain't that a bitch? So, I'm going to be doing those tours this year. And I'm going to be slanging waist beads. Hold on 1 second. A long time ago, when diviners started putting out telltales, solid information about how they knew some shit. Start using physical references for their divinity or divine messages. They were using playing cards for tarot. The original cards of tarot. Love spells do work. You need to be very careful how you use them. Better have your armor up. I wouldn't suggest, if you haven't had experience with doing one, that you do it. You probably want to hire somebody to do it. But they work. They work all right. Be careful what you ask for. It's 4 a.m. here. Where the hell you at? And I'm having to not laugh out loud. Girl, what is you doing up at 4 a.m.? Oh, mercy me, oh my. That is a... Hey, Keisha. One of the original Getting to Goddess course members. Oh, look, a card jumped out, y'all. Hold on, it's for y'all. Oh, wait. Baby, listen. Let me tell y'all something. Oh, and Central England. So honored to have you. I bet you have a wonderful accent. I'd love to hear it sometime. Ah, you left. You talk about me, Mrs. Patterson. I know, it's infectious. I can't even help it. Like, my daddy was goofy, so that's where I get my silliness from. So I pulled for y'all the 3 of Diamonds. Wow. 3. Let's talk about the number 3 first. I'm gonna educate you while I do this. To all those card enthusiasts, card reading enthusiasts. 3 means a lot of things. No, seriously. 3, though, is the number of the crossroads, actually. You're either going to go right, go left, or go forward. It's also the Trinity. It's also mind, body, spirit. Trinity being the maiden mother crone, as we've been conditioned to believe, the Holy Trinity, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. It also stands the true Holy Trinity for Set, Haru, and Asar, right? The, Egyptian deities, Trinity, right? And, well, hey, Trinity, look at you. Look at how things just working out all up in alignment like that, right? So, it also is That all y'all want me to say about the number 3? Y'all good with that? Okay, let me move on to diamonds, because I don't have all night. Anyway, diamonds is about stability, hardness, clarity. The greater the clarity of a diamond, you know, the more expensive it is. So the hardness or the diamond, the wealth, the more challenge it takes to get to that wealth, the more lucrative that wealth will be, right? This card, y'all, this about them checks. This about them checks. Did everybody get their check? They must be giving us some more money. It's something going on. I think we are going to get that extra, was it $2,000 or something we supposed to get? We might be getting that for real. I think this is what this is telling me. And if you haven't gotten your check, maybe you got to do something. Maybe it's something a little messed up in your banking stuff, or did you change account numbers? Did you, fuck happened? Why you didn't get your money? I was just kidding with that joke. It was just funny, and that's why I posted it, but I got my money. But that little funky ass $600, that went quick. Let me see. Maybe I know y'all can hear that. That's just so not acceptable. It's too loud for this late at night. Aside from this distraction, I'm trying to channel why I'm getting this about our money. Oh, he did? Well, there's a lot of confusion around that for some people. But again, the greater the challenge, the more money you get. That's what I'm getting about this card. There may be some people who, you might have to do a little something that you don't want to do in order to get this check. Or to get some money that's supposed to be coming your way. So I hope that you guys take care of your business. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I hope you all get it too. I really do. But I want you to be careful what you ask for, what you sign up for, and make sure all your ducks are lined up. Make sure your business is straight. Okay? And not just with them fuck checks, but in your money situations, whatever finance issues you have on, because it's hard for everybody I know right now. Because a lot of people are out of work, and I mean, some people are still prospering, and that's great. Like, we've been playing all day about 2020. I did not have a bad 2020. This is a year for changes. So take care of your business. Mind your business is what mind the business that makes you money. That's all I got. That's all I got for that. And I hope that helps you. Take a real deep look at yourself. It's always good to do shadow work, or to have somebody just, maybe pop your bubble a little bit so that you come out of it. Sometimes, even if you have to fall a little hard in order to get the lesson. I mean, sometimes, I was speaking on that earlier too. Some people have to have that bubble pop and fall on the ass real hard in order to get the lesson, to get the blessing, to get the message, okay, to grow, because it'll help you along your spiritual journey. And earlier when I was talking about those the post, oh, that thought came and went real quick. They want me to shut my mouth wide open. It'll come back. Let me scroll real quick. I love y'all. Peace. Is good to see you. Thank you for dropping in and everything. I hope y'all get your money too. Hold tight. Keep having faith. Listen, y'all. Keep believing that spirit got your back. People talk about they manifest. Oh, or they psychic or whatever because they were like, man, oh no. But they speaking negative on shit. Yeah, you sure manifested that. You know what I'm saying? That's law of attraction. Ain't fucking manifestation. It's law of attraction. You caught that shit in because you kept talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Like you kept either positive or negative. It works both ways. Everybody can get it. That's how the universe feels. You can get this. You know what I'm saying? You know, whatever you ask for. Be careful what you ask for. I think that's pretty much all I have right now. I hope I didn't forget to say anything. I get so much at one time. I'm like, how you want me to, like, everybody talking, it's like everybody talking at the same time. Once you say this, once you say that, and it's like, I can't do it all. I'm so glad you came. I'm so glad you came. Thank you for joining me tonight. So I think I'll leave you with that. And Fridays, if you didn't come to the karaoke and read on Friday night, we had a fucking ball. Okay? We had a ball. And it's been suggested that I do that every Friday. You are asking a lot of the kid. But it was fun. And I'll try to do it as often Fridays as I can. That's all I can do. The best I can. They would typically be after 9:00 p.m. Friday nights. I'm not going to say 9 sharp because I'm always late. But the universe is always on time. Let me tell you. Yeah. Somewhere between 9 and 9:30. That's just usually how it happens for me. Oh, maybe I hope you can come back and see me again. These are kind of sporadic, but when I do come on, it's probably typically on a Wednesday, Friday, or Sunday when I go live. Just make sure your notifications are up. Make sure you save me so when I come on, you know that I'm here. And I'm usually talking a lot of shit, but I be speaking the truth. And I can't sugarcoat nothing. That's just the way I am. I ain't never been that type. And it hit hard. It hit different for some people. But, yeah. So what I was saying about that, people working, this is where I was. Ooh! You got to get this. When I was talking about that last post that I posted, careful who you disrespect, stuff like that. People are like challenges, pawns are set in your way to create challenges for you so that you can, you got to work for it sort of thing. And people I think people are paid to piss you off. People are like, go challenge this motherfucker right here. And they don't even, but this is the key is, this is the trick about it. They don't even know that it's happening to them because they're so spiritually disconnected. They're not spiritual maybe at all. They might be religious, but they're not spiritual, right? So they have no idea the messages where the messages are coming from. They just going off the rip. And what's crazy is that they are actually following their first mind because a lot, they do it without thought. It's reckless. But that's the way they are. That's the way they're wired and programmed. So they'll come and, attack you or challenge you or present some sort of obstacle for you. And you being mindful of this, is part of your journey and a part of your growth. That's the most important thing about this whole thing is your spiritual growth, and the lessons that you get. So overcoming them obstacles and stuff like that. The challenges, the people, the fuckery, you know what I'm saying? And the fuck boys and fuck bitches that come in your way and try to prevent you from growing. But when you can get over that and them, shit, you find your own peace about it and laugh at them motherfuckers, laugh about it, you in a good place, in a real good place. So yeah, that part. And so I didn't post that to be facetious, or I wasn't posting that to talk about anybody specifically. I was just saying in general, we got to be very careful and mindful of how we come at people. You know what I'm saying? How we are, because truly empathic people know and will come at you in a manner of respect. But those who are not, I don't give a fuck what they Facebook. I mean, what they Facebook or their Instagram bios say. Don't be empathic at all, cause they know not to come. If they knew who the fuck you was, they wouldn't come at you crazy. That's how you know. That's how you know who real or not. But this motherfucker have no idea who I am. Child back. It be like they have no idea. Phone, it keep pausing because they want me to get another iPhone, and I know that I'm hip. I'm 8 years in this. I'm not buying another motherfucking phone. I want you to buy a phone every year. I'm not doing that. No. Yeah, they super. They can't help themselves though. They're not operating on that same level. They're not operating with that same overstanding. They're not operating with that same heart at all. That's how they can respond and still be and don't see the pettiness about themselves. And if they do, they think that shit is funny. They think it's cute. It's like, that's how you know they're demons. Subhuman. Lower, way too low for a god or goddess to even acknowledge and not delete. Wipe their ass off the boop. Delete it. This should have been liquor. This should have been liquor. Spirits and truth would have came out. They try to say that. Let me tell you, they try to say alcohol like is one of the things that disconnect you from, you know, your psyche bullshit. All the stuff that's buried in the back of people's minds. When they get drunk, they be like, if you ever been around a drunk for real, they be all those suppressed memories and stuff like that. When they get liquored up, boy, they start telling the truth. A drunk ain't shit, because they are telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And that's what that is. And it's not spiritual. It's definitely from the subconscious, from the hidden parts. And stuff they got to deal with and heal through. And alcoholism is used as a form of escapism, because they're trying to escape reality of the things that happened to them. But that's why you know, would drink up. Spiritual people do drink up and get ready to get mounted by a spirit. Spirit will come through them and start saying a whole bunch of people be like, what the fuck is they talking about? You better listen, because they be on it. Either you listening to somebody who needs healing, or listening to or a spirit come through. Or it could be one and the same. Might not even be no difference. But it's a message and lesson in it for not just the people who are under that intoxication. It's for the people around them too. They might need to catch that fade. They might need, like the people who ain't never been got their ass whooped. People who ain't never been beat the fuck up. Probably be right place, right time, divine timing for that ass whooping. Say something. Say something. You can get it. The universe say you can get it too. So, anyway, yeah, that's it for me tonight, y'all. I love you. I'll catch you maybe Wednesday. If not Wednesday, maybe back on Friday if I don't go to Atlanta. I'll let you know. I hope you're looking for me though. That's sweet. Yeah, and if you want to have a one-on-one with me, a reading, Please use the link in my bio. Do not inbox me. I do not set up appointments via DM. If you want to chat, you don't want a reading, you just want to ask me some questions about your spiritual journey, talk to me about your spiritual journey, you need an ear, use the link in the bio to book my time. Because my thumbs hurt. I don't gonna be able to do it. And then y'all have a wonderful, wonderful evening. I'll see you next time, okay? Love and oneness to you. Oh, my nail polish changed colors. Watch this. Woohoo! Watch this. Woo woo! You like that, huh? Pink and white? Yes. Originally Fueda style. You love it. 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 Mwah.